one that I wrote a long time ago, and I keep hoping that on some of these older ones on the issues that somehow they get resolved, and yet somehow they never seem to. And this poem is about the suppression of women throughout the ages. And it's called Patriarchs, Past and Present. Why do they feel free to bind us? Golden rings stretching our necks. Well-worn corsets squeezing our waist. Bands of cloth bound round our breast to push us out or hold us in. Why do they feel free to mutilate us? Forced castration, hysterectomy cure-alls. Bound, crippled feet tucked into tiny silken slippers, soothing their fear of our freedom while ignoring our weeping in pain and loss. Why do they feel free to exploit us? Sweatshops of past and present for pittance, the leering eyes and camera lens, posing, spreading, sharing with cronies, creating fantasies while shattering ours. Why do they feel free to control us, breaking our bodies with annual births, laws withholding any choice but theirs, dark prisons of cloth to hide us from view, all the forms of rape blaming the victim? Why do they feel free to kill us, battering spouses and sadistic serial killers, countless wars we never chose to make, stonings, murder in the name of honor, the widows cast upon Suti's fires? For centuries, we remained property, chattel, as some of us remain today, even in jet trail shadows. Why do the patriarchs feel free to make us not free? Perhaps they realize we're too powerful if not bound by our assorted chains.
Wow.
Now, I'm in a bookstore. I'm an observer too. And if you look at the books in that area, you're going to find books written by former politicians, pundits, talking heads, and they're each going to give their version of history or an event in history. And so you wonder sometimes, where do you find the truth about what really happened? And this is where
Just say.
A couple years from now, we're all just going to be like, Sarah, we were just picking. We just wanted to see you dancing around.
But so you wonder, where do you go to find the truth about what really happened? And this is where the poet comes into their own, and it's called The Poet as Historian. Each day, a newspaper prints headlines, world events, domestic dramas unfold. Throughout the day, television news scrolls the same events at the bottom, with a screen topped with attractive announcers, telling of yet more tales to keep us informed. Monthly, new books appear on bestseller lists, giving yet another version of the actions the dramas once carefully parsed daily in print and earnest narration. Years later, yet more books will appear as reminiscing rationalizations by those who wish to have their place in history whitewashed and dried in the spin cycle. This is why poets are so important to history. They record emotions, events, humanity, and because it's only poetry, it's ignored by those who would rewrite news into myth. The stories, still guarded in poetry's ink-stained tears and flow, are safely waiting for history to arrive, seeking truth.
Wow.
Now, some of you here are too young to appreciate this yet. Some of you are the wrong gender. But eventually, if you're female, you're going to arrive at this point. If you're male, you're probably going to end up married to someone who is. And this is a collection of 5 haikus on a post-menopausal theme. First one. Beware mental mice. They tend to leave brain droppings and holes in the wood. Song stuck in my mind. The lilting brainworm burls. Batman runs out ears. Word slips from my mind, runs to the tip of my tongue, and jumps out of reach.
Good one.
I should know the name, but face and place elude me. Friend? Foe? Family?